Bedevilled is the South Korean directorial debut film by Chol Soo-jang. He previously worked with critically acclaimed director Kim Ki-duk, which screened at this year's New York Asian Film Festival. The film stars See Young-hee, who some of you may know from the 2008 sleeper hit The Chaser. While the entire cast is solid, See Young-hee gives an unstoppable performance and one of the best I've seen out of Korea in years. She has received 6 well-deserved Best Actress awards, along with another 15 for the film and its director so far during its festival run. I won't go too deep into the backstory of the film, as this is one of those films that's best going in with as little information as possible, but the film focuses on 2 female characters, the first being Haewon, who is a coal businesswoman from Seoul, and Baknam, her childhood friend who lives on Mudu Island, where most of the film takes place. Baknam has lived their entire life, where the inhabitants work in the fields all day long. Haewon, after being a mute witness to a murder in Seoul, decides to get away and visits the island, where she spent a lot of time as a child, and stays at her grandfather's place. She soon discovers that all the problems that Baknam is having on the island, most of them revolving around her husband, daughter, and her slow but demanding brother-in-law. This film's setting and bits of plot reminded me a lot of Kaneto Shindo's masterpiece Naked Island, one of my favorite films of all time. The first half of the film is an intense ride that leads up to one of the most satisfying, fulfilling endings in cinema history. The film successfully blends drama with straight-up horror. This works so well because of the time spent leading to the conclusion and gives Seo Young-hee loads of range and emotion to work with. This is one of those films that will make you angry but then reward you with resolution. The final half of the film becomes the ultimate revenge thriller. I saw the film at the festival with knowing little about it other than the premise, and it just blew me away. My only minor complaint would be at the end. While very fulfilling, it dragged on just a bit towards the end and could possibly use several minutes of trimming. I also disagree with the marketing of the film, which markets it as a gore-fest thriller. While it definitely has those elements, it's a very dramatic and emotional film with thriller elements. Otherwise, this is not a film to be missed. It's currently only available as an import on DVD or Blu-ray, but if you get a chance to get a hold of it or see it on the big screen, don't miss out. The film has also been titled as Blood Island on French posters, so keep an eye on that as well. The final verdict, this is a solid 8 out of 10. You have an amazing breakout performance, solid performance from the supporting cast, stunning cinematography, setting, with just a couple minor faults. This is definitely a must-see. This is a must-buy if you get a chance. Highly recommended.
It started to get cold. Really cold. I've been in this apartment for a year. Sometimes it feels like a lifetime, and other times I still imagine that you'll crawl in bed next to me. And no matter how early I go to sleep, I can never quite believe it's morning when my alarm goes off. You would laugh at me now. If I know where everything is, then I don't have to worry. Remember when you used to hide one sock after we did laundry, so that when I was folding everything, I would go crazy looking for it? Then, after I tore up the apartment in my search, but right before I ran back to the laundromat, you would present the sock like a precious gift. Help me see how silly I was being. Now, when I'm missing a sock, I'm just missing a sock.
Hey, wait, I know you. Sarah.
Growing up, I loved sitting outside in the summer. I never noticed how quiet it was. That just seemed normal to me. And then, after a few years in the city, the constant noise and the bright lights started to feel normal. In fact, I stopped noticing them. I don't want to pretend anymore. I know that now.
Naked Island was released in 1960 by director Kaneto Shindo. Best known for such films as ONIBABA and KURONEKO. Shindo was mentored by the great Kenji Mizoguchi and reportedly made this as a last film for his production company on a minuscule budget. The film tells the story of a family consisting of a wife, husband, and 2 sons that live on this remote island and survive by farming every waking moment. On top of this, they actually travel to another island to pick up water and haul it back daily on a boat just to water their plants. A poetic minimalist film, you are easily drawn into the daily routine of this family. The film is also known for having virtually no dialogue aside from a few lines towards the end. Beautiful black and white scope photography combined with a breathtaking score make this a flawless effort that stands the test of time. Because of the trance-like circular approach to the daily routines of the family, when conflict arises, it's even more intense contrasted with the many popcorn films of today. Fans of Bresson, Ackerman, and Bellatar should feel right at home with a film like this. I won't talk about the main conflict or the ending of the film, and if you plan on checking this one out, I'd stay away from many of the descriptions online that basically describe the whole film and its conclusion. The film is currently available on the Masters of Cinema label, which was used here, label spine number 12, and is an excellent set worthy of whatever price you may pay. Alternatively, Criterion has added the film in HD on Hulu Plus, which is currently only $7.99 a month and is loaded with hundreds of titles, including films just like this one that hasn't been released on a hard copy. The verdict? This is a flawless masterpiece, 10 out of 10.